All right, everybody, welcome back to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're looking at some stats and really just kind of digging into what these stats might mean for us.
That's good.
So we're talking about human behavior.
All right.
And some of the weird things that we do as humans.
Yeah, that ought to be interesting.
We're going to get into some survey results.
Okay.
And just a whole bunch of stuff.
Sounds
Yeah, should be pretty fun.
cool.
So let's jump right into it, I guess.
All right, let's go.
So one of the first things I saw here, over half of employees
Oh, wow.
don't have a single friend at work.
Really?
Yeah, like more than 50%. I don't know if that's surprising to you.
I mean, kinda, but I guess I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's a little strange.
Yeah, because I mean, you're spending so much time at work.
Right.
You would think that you would at least
You know, make
share-
one friend,
Yeah.
at least one.
Right. Like,
What does that mean?
I think it kind of shows how the workplace has changed. Like before, it used to be a lot more community-based, but now it's just a lot more transactional. Everyone's just focused on like their individual tasks,
Right.
not really on building relationships.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. With that, everything's getting more and more remote.
Totally.
Yeah, and people just work from home now.
Right.
Do their own thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why people aren't really building those relationships at work.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, moving on from that kind of depressing topic,
Okay.
let's talk about something a little lighter.
Sure.
So apparently, a good chunk of men find women with facial piercings undateable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a quarter of men.
Wow.
That's a pretty big percentage.
It is, yeah.
I mean, I think people should be able to express themselves however they want.
Absolutely.
But I guess some people are still kind of stuck on like
Right.
those old ideas of beauty.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to personal preference. Like
Right.
what one person finds attractive.
Yeah.
Another person might not.
Yeah. And I mean, those beauty standards change all the time.
Exactly.
So who knows what will be considered dateable or undateable in the future.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of perceptions,
Yeah.
this one's kind of interesting.
Okay.
The age that women are most satisfied with their hair is 36.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
That is interesting.
Maybe it's just that at that point, you've kind of figured out what works for you.
Right.
You're comfortable with your style.
Could be.
Maybe it's a confidence thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's get into some of these quirky stats.
Okay. The fun stuff.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, apparently, women are more likely to speed after they turn 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think that's about?
I don't know, maybe a midlife crisis thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like they're just
Or maybe they just,
done with everything.
yeah, they just want to let loose a little.
Yeah, just hit the gas.
Yeah, have some fun.
Okay, here's another weird one.
Yeah.
Like over half of people think being called cheap is a compliment.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like they're proud of being frugal, I guess, with the economy being what it is.
Right.
Maybe people are more focused on saving money.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
People are worried about their finances.
Right.
So being cheap is seen as a good thing.
Right. Like you're being responsible.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, get ready for this one.
Okay.
Half of us absolutely cannot stand it when our food touches on the plate.
Oh my gosh. I am one of those people.
Me too.
Turns me crazy.
Yeah, like it has to be
It has to be separate.
separate.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I know.
It just feels wrong.
It's just not right.
It's not right.
Yeah.
Okay, and speaking of weird things,
Okay.
almost half of people have admitted to stealing napkins from work.
Oh, come on.
Really?
45%.
That many people are stealing napkins.
I know.
I mean, I've definitely taken an extra napkin or two.
Yeah, me too. But I wouldn't call that stealing.
Right.
Like you grab a few extra,
Right.
you need them for something.
Right. It's not like we're taking the whole dispenser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a few napkins.
All right, let's talk about money and work.
Okay.
So only 5% of people think that they're overpaid.
Wow.
That's a really low number.
It is, yeah.
So either everybody's really humble
Right.
or a lot of people are feeling undervalued.
Yeah, I think it's probably the latter.
Yeah, I would agree.
People just don't feel appreciated at work.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem.
It is.
Okay, last stat.
All right.
This one's kind of scary.
Okay.
So 83% of people under 30 use their phones as alarm clocks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And 1 in 3 of us have texted in our sleep.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of freaky.
It is, yeah.
Like we're so attached to our phones,
It's a little scary.
we're even using them in our sleep.
I know.
I think it's time for a digital detox.
I think you're right. We need to set some boundaries.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
no phones in the bedroom.
Yeah,
At least an hour before bed.
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Well, we covered a lot of ground today.
we did.
Went from friendships at work to texting in our sleep.
That's quite a range.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
So what's your biggest takeaway from all this?
I think it's just a reminder that even though these stats are kind of random,
Right.
they can actually tell us a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
Like you can really learn a lot about human behavior.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I think it's important to take a step back, look at the bigger picture.
Right.
And not just jump to conclusions based on one statistic.
Totally. I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
All right. So for everyone listening,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear your thoughts on all this.
Yeah, definitely.
What surprised you the most?
Yeah.
What resonated with you? Mm-hmm. And until next time,
Yeah.
keep those data brains buzzing.